Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou coming to you live March 8th from the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This fight is scheduled for 10 rounds in the heavyweight division. So, of course, that means there will be no weight limit in this contest. Anthony Joshua will make his way into the ring with a record of 27-3, with 24 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Now, the stats do suggest that Anthony AJ Joshua will have a massive power punching advantage as he will possess a 89% knockout ratio compared to Francis Ngannou's 0% knockout ratio. Now, before you go biting my head off down in the comment section, I know that Francis Ngannou is arguably regarded as one of the hardest hitting human beings on earth. But I cannot judge, or I do not give my fight statistics based off of a street fight or a fight in a octagon or a fight at the backyard barbecue. I give my predictions strictly based off of what fighters have done in the boxing ring. Now back to business. Francis Ngannou will make his way into the ring with the most impressive winless record of all time, standing at 0-1. And in that one fight and that one lone defeat, we saw Francis Ngannou give Tyson Fury arguably all he can handle and push Tyson Fury to the brink of defeat. Now, in that fight, Francis Ngannou looked very strong in that fight, and he fought very, very well. Anthony AJ Joshua is 3-5 in his last 5 fights. Now, Anthony AJ Joshua is also on a 2-fight knockout streak, so maybe he will increase this streak to 3, or maybe not. We will see. But along the way in those 5 fights, Anthony Joshua scored his 2 knockouts against Otto Wallin and Robert Helenius. Anthony Joshua also defeated Jermaine Franklin on the scorecards. And before those 3 fights, Anthony Joshua lost 2 fights on the scorecards to Alexander Usyk. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou is really a great fight when you look at the names and what both fighters bring into the ring as far as fan base are concerned. But, to my Francis Ngannou supporters and fans and people who think that Francis Ngannou will win this fight, let's not be prisoners of the moment. We saw Francis Ngannou fight one time against Tyson Fury, and though Francis Ngannou looked great in that fight, being that it was his first fight against Tyson Fury, he did not fight great. I don't know if that makes sense to you. He looked great in the fight, but he did not fight great. When you watch that fight between Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury, you see that Francis Ngannou, he was the stronger fighter, and Tyson Fury was not able to put Ngannou on his back foot, but nothing jumped off the screen that said Francis Ngannou is ready to box on an elite heavyweight level. What jumped off the screen was Tyson Fury is shitting the boxing ring. If you watch Tyson Fury in that fight, not only was he dropped by Francis Ngannou, but Tyson Fury was falling all over the ring, and he gave a horrible account of himself in that fight. So I'm not trying to throw salt on Francis Ngannou's performance against Tyson Fury, because honestly, we scored that fight a draw, and many people thought Francis Ngannou should have won that fight. So, like I say, I do think Ngannou fought well, but I don't think that he looked like a polished boxer ready to fight on the heavyweight elite level. So, I think Francis Ngannou only has a puncher's chance to win this fight. I can also see Anthony Joshua outboxing Francis Ngannou and winning on the scorecards, or possibly breaking down Francis Ngannou early and getting a late stoppage in this fight. And with that being said, here at Rounds Boxing Club, we're taking Anthony Joshua to defeat Francis Ngannou. And we'll even step out on a limb and say that this fight makes it the entire distance and goes to the final bell, and Anthony Joshua will defeat Francis Ngannou on the scorecards. Drop down in the comment section and let me know how you guys feeling, who you think wins this fight and why. To keep up with the latest in the world of boxing, be sure to jab that subscribe button. You can also give us a follow over on TikTok and Instagram at Rounds Boxing Club. And as always, like, subscribe, protect yourself at all times. We out. Peace.